The going extinct legacy dinosaur media is freaking out over Bari Weiss taking over CBS News and 60 Minutes. They're leaking, they're spilling, they're screaming, they're shrieking. And today we'll tell you all of the glorious implosion that is the politicos and journos who tried to control your life for years. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel. It is a pleasure indeed to have you come our way. Welcome back. Welcome back. Folks, go ahead, put your feet up, sit back, and let's get started. Click that like button, and here we go. Out of the Independent, another video of excellence, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Baragona has this one. CBS News head of standards quits just a week after Bari Weiss is named editor-in-chief. During an editorial call Thursday morning, Claudia Milne announced she was leaving as the head of standards at CBS News. She did not give a reason for her departure. Folks, what this means is that Bari Weiss has teeth. Now, this was something we were all going to be watching and waiting for to find out. Did Bari Weiss have the ability to come in to CBS News and bring the heat on these people? Could she go Elon on them like when he bought Twitter, or was she going to be a paper tiger? The Ellisons, who have bought CBS now, remember Skydance? Skydance bought Paramount, CBS. Now they own it. They wanted Bari Weiss to come in and not necessarily play nice, but bring fairness back to journalism. We walked you through this. If you've been a longtime follower, subscriber of the channel, we called that Bari Weiss was going to be taking over months before it happened. Claudia Milne, CBS News head of standards since 2021, announced Thursday that she was leaving the network, marking the first senior news executive to depart since the Free Press founder Bari Weiss was named the newsroom's editor-in-chief. Milne's departure also comes just weeks after the network named former Trump appointee and conservative think tank leader Kenneth Weinstein as an ombudsman dedicated to rooting out complaints of bias at CBS News, one of several moves by Paramount Skydance chief David Ellison that have sparked criticism within the network and among media critics, a.k.a. the left. According to sources on Thursday morning's editorial call, Milne announced to staff that she had resigned. While giving thanks for her time at the network, Milne did not offer a reason for her exit. Sources added that Weiss was not a part of the editorial meeting. Variety was the first to report on Milne's departure. A CBS News spokesperson confirmed to the Independent that Milne was leaving the network and had made the announcement during the morning meeting. Now, Bari Weiss has been at the job at a week? And already this individual, Milne, who was in charge of the standards, and well, you know what happened with the standards. You've seen the lawsuits. You saw that CBS lost badly, right? So this lady had to go. And she jumped off the boat before she could be kicked out of the boat. Okay, fine, dandy. Well, folks, Bari Weiss continues to stun not only those at 60 Minutes, but also those of us watching from the outside. Now, I don't think that Bari Weiss is very pleased with these leaks. Okay, so these are tantalizing and they're fun, but I don't think she's very happy that it's getting out there. This is from Lindsay Cornick out of Fox News, and it's just breaking. Bari Weiss reportedly stunned the 60 Minutes crew by asking why the country thinks they're biased. Weiss has reportedly made waves at CBS News. Yeah, you think so? You think so? CBS News editor-in-chief Bari Weiss allegedly stunned the staff behind CBS 60 Minutes by asking them why they believed people considered them biased. The New York Times reported about a meeting between Weiss and the staff on Tuesday, which is to say that the staff of 60 Minutes leaked to the New York Times, ahead of an upcoming episode of the news program. Bari Weiss, the new editor-in-chief of CBS News, surprised senior staff at the venerable news program. They use that word when they want you to like them, think they're impressive. Venerable news program 60 Minutes during a meeting on Tuesday when she asked a provocative question, why does the country think you're biased? Well, I don't know why the country would think that they're biased, except that, oh, wait a minute, we've got studies on this sort of thing. And by the way, Scott Paley, remember him? This was his speech at Wake Forest, at the graduation ceremonies of Wake Forest back in May, I believe. And I wonder why people think that 60 Minutes is biased. Scott Paley, of course, of 60 Minutes. Here's a portion of his speech as we all sit back and just, folks, ponder along with me. Ponder, please. How could anyone believe that 60 Minutes and CBS News had been biased?
But in this moment, this morning, Our sacred rule of law is under attack. Journalism is under attack. Universities are under attack. Freedom of speech is under attack. And insidious fear is reaching through our schools, our businesses, our homes.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you feel an insidious fear in your schools, your churches, your places of work? If so, call Scott Bailey Peely. He'll help you get your paranoia up to levels of heightened sense that you haven't seen since, well, the pandemic.
And into our private thoughts. The fear to speak in America. Power can rewrite history with grotesque, false narratives.
All right, that's enough. And by the way, afraid to speak. Listen, they went out and did that No Kings thing this weekend. I don't think 7 million people, and all that came back on them was a funny AI meme of Trump dumping brown goo upon those underneath. Okay, they're not afraid to speak. Here is John Oliver. Here's what he had to say. And reminder now, that Scott Bailey Peely guy, he's 60 Minutes. How could they possibly be biased? How could anyone believe that? That's crazy, crazy talk. Here's John Oliver. Here's how he's responding to Bari Weiss being there and asking the darn question, hey, why do people think you're biased? How dare she?
Let's start with the fact that she's been given editorial control of a massive news organization, even though she's never run a TV network, has no experience directing television coverage, and as one 60 Minutes producer pointed out, is not even a reporter. That is true.
Oh, wait a minute. A 60 Minutes reporter? Let's play it again, folks.
Directing television coverage, and as one 60 Minutes producer pointed out, is not even a reporter.
Oh, a 60 Minutes producer, someone who produces it, said. She's not even a reporter. AKA her boss is not worthy. And there's John Oliver spewing that. Now, who cares who's in charge of a network if you're not part of the network? John Oliver cares, and these other journos and politicals care, because if Bari Weiss gets in there and takes a knife to ideology at CBS News, then CBS News is a network with a news organization that is at least somewhat more fair and balanced, and that will put pressure on ABC and NBC. And that's what they've been terrified of from the beginning. Folks, they're watching as CNN and MSNBC absolutely circle the drain. And they're terrified. They're terrified of losing the network stranglehold over what people consume in the news. This has been a major part of their push towards the socialist utopia they believe they can bring, and which has largely devastated our entertainment companies that own these news organizations. And they're desperate. They're clawing. Folks, they are trying every possible way to save themselves. They tried to tank the deal between Paramount and Skydance. They tried every way they could to stop it. Stop it. Stop it. They gave speeches. They were impassioned. They talked about how Americans are terrified to even speak out in public spaces. And it all caused them to fall on their faces. Nobody believes them. They live in their own self-created nightmare. Let me continue on what happened with the 60 Minutes meeting with Bari Weiss. We knew this was coming. We knew it was coming, but it's so good to see that she's been assigned this job not as somebody who comes in with the powers of a lame duck or someone who comes in and has to deal with the yuck without any real enforcement. No, she's coming in and she's been given all the tools she needs. The article continued. The inquiry was met. Talking about when she asked 60 Minutes, why are you biased? Why do people think you're biased? And we just showed you, right? The inquiry was met with stunned awkwardness. According to three people leaked this. According to three people. And who's in the meeting? The 60 Minutes bigwigs. So 3 60 Minutes bigwigs gave the private session in Midtown Manhattan details. The staff of 60 Minutes, the nation's most watched news program, viewed their coverage as firmly nonpartisan. Even after losing a major lawsuit that cost millions and millions and millions of dollars about editing the interview with Kamala Harris. They're totally nonpartisan, of course. And reject criticism from President Trump and his allies who argue that it has a liberal slant and the settlement of its own company. Weiss reportedly has taken a more hands-on approach to leadership by helping to personally book network guests herself. Listen, this woman is so unhinged. She's so biased. She personally got Hillary Clinton to come on the network. She's lost her ever-loving mind. She's a conservative partisan. Heck, she got Hillary Clinton. She also got Benjamin Netanyahu and Jared Kushner, Steve Witkoff. Sounds like a pretty good, I want to hear from all these people. I might not agree with them. Might not agree with some of them. Might not agree with any of them on everything. But I want to hear from them. Good job, Bari Weiss. Good job on getting those people. Weiss is also hoping to crack down on internal leaks regarding her private meetings, of which we're talking about in this very article at CBS after some memos and reports have already begun leaking, including this one that we're talking about right now. Despite some backlash from the libs, the Times reported that some staff members are hopeful, saying that it'll bring some needed energy to the network's news division. Her interest in big interviews and bigger audiences has buoyed some CBS journalists who think their network, which has cycled through 5 presidents in 5 years, needs a shakeup. I love to win, she told a group of top producers in her first week. It reported. And that is why they are freaking out.
Halter. That is true. She didn't come up through the news side of a newspaper, but through the opinion pages, which are a very different thing.
Just like how late night used to be funny, and now it's a very different thing. Folks, that is the video for today. They are absolutely losing their minds. And yet again, folks, I have to remind you, if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, we told you it was going to be Bari Weiss. We told you that months before anybody else was reporting that. You can go back in the timeline. You can check the videos. Go all the way back to May when we told you. We were hearing that the Ellisons wanted Bari Weiss. And if they did, she was going to get a big payday to get over there and have her say and bring neutrality to the news. Now, do I agree with everything that Bari Weiss says? Folks, I don't even agree with everything I say. 99.9% of the time, my brain and my mouth match up pretty darn well. But every once in a while, you have slip-ups, you have snafus too. I know you do. And so do I agree with everything that Bari Weiss says? Well, folks, no, I don't agree with anything anybody says. No. But am I excited about somebody who wants to bring neutrality as best as she can? You betcha. You betcha. We are not here to be stringent and say this is a binary thing. Everybody goes in the all good or all bad category. There's some gray here. And Bari Weiss, folks, listen, as we get ready to go our way and you get ready to go your way, Bari Weiss is not a conservative. These people are losing their minds over a centrist. Bari Weiss is married to a woman and has all kinds of social views that don't align in any way with Trump or the Republican Party. They're losing their minds over a centrist. Can you imagine what they think about, well, conservatives? Folks, like, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And until the next time, we have the honor, the privilege, and the responsibility of spending time together. Keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water. Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.